What video game caused you the most amount of rage? Overwatch. It's like playing a game of soccer where everyone on your team wants to be striker and charges for the ball at the same time, leaving the goals wide open. Then they lose and bitch about no one being keeper. You've just described Rocket League, and that's even more like soccer. Most of online PvP games, because my internet connection is a shit. Cuphead. RIP my controller. GTA San Andreas with the mission of flying a plane through the corona on the other plane. Some PC baseball game I bought at the Scholastic Book Fair in the 90s. It booted out of DOS. I must have just been too young or accidentally set the difficulty too high, but I literally couldn't get a hit. I ended up crying and throwing the game away. Dark Souls. It's got a hell of a learning curve, and learning to time dodges and parries properly took hours. Love the game, but it can make me mad faster than any other game I've played. Back in the day, my NES controller had bite marks in it because I didn't know you could save your general progress in Kid Icarus by writing down this code that appeared after you died. Yet I was determined to beat the game. I would spend hours making it to the end, only to die and be reset to the beginning of the game. This caused my 12-year-old brain to become flooded with the rage of a zombie horde, and so I would sink my teeth deep into the flesh of the controller until the darkness would subside. Ever play the game Black and White, where you play a god? My younger brother was an evil god who demanded human sacrifices and took over other settlements by force. Eventually the ground cracked and lava spewed wherever his cursor was. I was a benevolent god who cared for my people and took over other settlements by making mine so nice the other populations all moved there. Flowers sprouted wherever I had my cursor. So anyway, my brother completed the game and I couldn't, because eventually my settlements would get destroyed by the game antagonist while I was busy building my people libraries. Even tried again as an adult and couldn't complete the game. I think I'm gonna die mad about it. Edit. I messaged my brother to let him know I'm still mad about this, and now he's telling me how annoying I was when I played Skyrim. Apparently it was frustrating for him that I cared more about adopting orphans than I did killing dragons. League of Legends, because either you get stomped by a much better opponent that is likely to be a smurf, or your teammates think they deserve to be on a higher elo but play like it's their first time. Even if you stay calm at some point, the hate other people put into the chat makes you rage as well. Overwatch. My girlfriend likes it, and I keep playing with her, but my god, does it make me so mad. The game has several glaring design and balance issues. There's nothing quite like dying or losing simply because something functions unintuitively, or because there was simply nothing you could feasibly do about it. The other major factor is the average player skill. Overwatch is, at its core, a mechanically simple game, and pretty straightforward strategically. However, many of its design principles discourage being able to tell if your teammate are doing poorly. This leads to a ton of people making really poor decisions constantly, and never quite learning from their mistakes. I understand that mistakes happen, and everyone deserves a break here and there, but the average player simply doesn't grasp the relatively simple strategy that it takes to win. And one thing I forgot, the game intentionally makes it very hard to carry a round match. Team play is very, very important, and unless you're several leagues better than your opponents, your solo effort and performance almost always feels minimized. Even playing the absolute best round of your life, it's still completely possible, and actually not unlikely, that you can still lose a match, or that you'll feel your efforts aren't being fully rewarded.